So I want to share something with you today. Something that is going to change your outlook in life. Let me tell you this. Nobody knows what they are doing in this world. No one is sure or certain that whatever they are doing will make them successful. If you go back in time and you ask Elon Musk, when you started your journey, left Canada to the US, did you know that one day you will be on top of the world and heading towards becoming a trillionaire in 2026? If you sat Mark Zuckerberg down and asked him, when you started Facebook in the dorm in Harvard, did you see it that it will become what it is today? If you sat Bill Gates down and asked him, did you know that you will become what you are today? If you sat Jeff Bezos down and have a conversation with him and asked him, did you know that what you were doing would turn out to become Amazon? When you sit Jack Ma down, when he started building Alibaba and all that, did you know that it will become something like this? And they will all tell you, not really. They will all tell you they didn't see it like this. You know why? Because in this life, nobody is certain about the outcome of their life. The reason why I want you to understand this is that although nobody is certain, success leaves clues that we can follow if we also want to become successful. So sometimes people will tell you, hey, go to school, get your master's, do your PhD, and boom, you will become successful. Yes, there are people who have been on that journey. They went to school, got their masters, got their PhDs, they are successful. There are some other people who have been on that journey and they are not successful and their life is miserable. Sometimes people will tell you, school is useless. If you can read and write, just learn a trade. If you learn a trade, you have a skill that you can monetize, a skill that can pay you money, a skill that you can be your own boss. Yes, there are people who have been on that journey and they are successful. They are doing well in life. There are other people who have equally been on that journey. They trained, acquired a skill, but at the end of the day, the outcome of their life has nothing to write home about. So the question then is, as you are watching this, what do you do? Because sometimes people will tell you, oh, school is meaningless. There is no need to have a degree. And they will tell you, go to school, get a job, in life, you don't need school. Then some people will tell you, oh, start your business, be your own boss. Because in life, if you want to become successful, you need to start your own business. What you must understand is that hundreds, thousands, billions of people have become victims on the formal line. Hundreds, billions of people have become victims on the informal line. The question then is, what do you do? Because in life, you cannot just sit down and say, okay, because somebody said this, I'm going to do it. So the question we then have to ask ourselves is, if nothing is certain in life, if no one knows what is going to happen when they make a decision, because there are a lot of things outside your control, what do you do? There are a couple of clues that people who have gone ahead, people who are living their dream life, people who you look up to, your role models, there are certain qualities, certain things that they have left behind that we can glean lessons from if we want to become successful. The first thing is vision. Every successful person whose name I mentioned earlier, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, name them, Oprah Winfrey, everybody, they had a vision. And that is the starting point of all the stories. Up to this day, Elon Musk has a vision that there is a time coming where human being will become a multi-planetary organisms. What does that mean? It means that we can live here on Earth and also live on Mars. That is his vision. Everything he is doing is working towards building capacity to achieve that vision. Look at NVIDIA CEO. Same idea, has a vision on building AI chips that will ensure that AI companies can process billions or trillion or quintillion database in seconds. That is vision. The question you want to ask yourself is this: what is the vision for my life? What do you see your life to be? Because you see, you cannot just say that, oh, I am pursuing this career because my mother did it. I am pursuing this career because my father did it. I am pursuing this career because, oh, in our family, everybody is a lawyer. So me too, I want to be a lawyer. In our family, everybody holds a PhD. So we have to be a PhD. Where the world is going, it is not about just what has worked in the past. You must ask yourself, what is the vision for my life? And you need to be somebody who has a vision. Because it doesn't matter. You can get all the degrees in the world. You will still fail if life wants to fail you. It doesn't matter. You can decide not to go to school and start your own business, and boom, you will be successful. Why am I saying this? Because there are people who think that, oh, look at these successful people. Oh, they didn't go to school. Oh, look at them. Many of them dropped out of school. Today they are billionaires. Today they are millionaires. They are the people employing the PhD holders and all of these things. What is the value of school? My question to you is this: what is your name? What is your vision? Because you need to have a vision. Now, nobody is going to believe in that vision. Majority of the people whose name I've mentioned, every dream they had, many people around them, 99.9% of the people around them saw it that they were stupid. They were ridiculous. They were unbelievable. Because it wasn't something that is conceivable. But they had a vision for their life. They had a vision of what they want out of life. The question you need to ask yourself is, what is my vision? So before you follow anybody talking, hey, do this. Charlie, this is the new thing. Don't go to school. School is useless. Don't advance your education. It is useless. If you get money, you need to start your own business. Entrepreneurship is the way to go. Hey, now this is the new deal. You need to be a crypto expert. Hey, this is the new deal. You need to be a forex trader. It is not about the noise going on. Sit down. Ask yourself, what is my vision? Because you see, we are creators. That is life. Everything you see in the world today was created by people who had a vision of a certain thing that people didn't even know they needed, but then were able to bring it to life with the support of the right people, and boom, they are successful today. So it is not just about the school you attended. It is not just about the certificates you have. It is not just about the skill you acquired. It is about what is your vision. And for most of you, your vision may not make sense to anybody. Nobody will be willing to support you. Read the story of Jack Ma. He mentioned that they struggle to get people to work for them, especially the talented people, the expert. Because every talented person, every qualified person, they wanted to work for the big companies. Nobody was willing to work for his small, online IT firm. Nobody was willing. But he took some people. Why? Vision. So if you want to become successful, if you want to see your life transforming in the next 10, 20, 30 years, if you want to see your life becoming the best, and you want to be who you want to be, you need to ask yourself and sit down, what is my vision? What are you seeing? What are you hearing? And 99.9% of the time, It has nothing to do with what people are telling you. It has nothing to do with what experts are saying. It has nothing to do with what consultants are saying. It is you, what you are hearing in your spirit, what you are hearing. And that is the starting point, vision. But vision alone is not going to get you there. So you need a second skill, discipline. Every successful person you've seen, every successful person you've heard of is a person with high level of discipline. Discipline to say no. Because you see, sometimes I sit down and I look and I realize that there are many people who lack discipline. You lack discipline. You can't say no. You can't say no to people. You can't say no to people who waste your time. You cannot say no for opportunities that do not align with your vision. But one of the things you need to understand is that if you want to achieve your goals, become successful, take your life to the next level, you need to discipline yourself. Discipline means learning to say no to anything that does not align with your vision. And that is a cruel position to be. When you know somebody, it could be your loved one, it could be your family, it could be your friend, and they are asking you, oh, take me to this place. Oh, yeah, let's do this. But you got to say no. Because especially when you are building your life up in the beginning, you need to say no. You see, there is this myth that people say that, oh, if you're a young person, say yes. Say a lot of yeses because you don't know where it will drive you. You don't know where it will land you. No, you don't have to say yeses to every opportunities that come your way because you need, if you don't know your vision, if you don't know what your life is about, continue to say yes to every opportunity and be used by the society and be used by the system. But immediately you find your vision, that this is what I'm going to create. This is what I'm going to do. In the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years of my life, this is what I want to build. Then you have to learn to say no. People are going to present you with opportunities. People are going to ask you to walk away from your path, from your vision, and they're going to present to you something that is so irresistible, make you some offers that you cannot normally say no to. But the people with the vision, the people who you look up to today are the people who said no a lot. And if you want to become successful, discipline is key. One key element of discipline is learning to say no. Another key of discipline is doing what must be done when it is supposed to be done. Listen to me. I don't know what your vision is. I don't know what your goal is. I don't know what the next 10, 20, 30 years of your life is. That is why I'm saying vision. Because we are not talking about what you will achieve in 2026. We are not talking about what you can achieve in 2027. We are talking about who you will be in 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. Can you see that? Can you envision that? Can you perceive it? Because if you know who you're going to be in 10, 20, 30 years, if you know the potentials you have, if you know the dreams that you carry, then certainly you cannot be saying yes to every opportunity that's come your way. Because the people who are at the top, the people who you look up to today are people who are willing to say no. When was the last time you said no to opportunities, to people, and you felt good? There are many of you, you are people pleasers. There are many of you, you would rather do something you don't like just to appear good. Then later on, you get back home and you are in your room, on your bed or in the bathroom, and you are beating yourself up, beating yourself up, beating yourself up. Why do you torture your life like that? Listen. If you want to become successful, you need to be ruthless with your time. You need to be ruthless with your resources. You need to be ruthless with everything that concerns your dream, so that if anyone approaches you and what they are offering, what they are going to ask you to do does not align with the vision, where you are going, where you want to see yourself in 10, 20, 30 years from now, boom, you got to let it go. That is the second key element of becoming successful. Because listen, what separates the rich from the poor? What separates the successful from the unsuccessful? Vision, discipline. That's all. So whilst you are gallivanting around, hey, there is a new series. So, hey, I'm going to watch it. Hey, this series. Hey, this series. Hey, this series. And like recently, I shared a video on this. Oh, we can no play. Make Jack a dull boy. It is always the poor people, unsuccessful people, people who have never done anything significant in their entire life. These people are the people who parrot, oh, we can no play, make Jack a dull boy. Whilst you are relaxing, watching Netflix, chilling, enjoying, misbehaving, there are people working behind the scene, working in the night. Whilst you are asleep, people are moving things, destinies are transforming, and people are making decisions for the outcome of your life. What am I saying? If you want to become successful in the next 10, 20, 30 years, if you want to really stand out and achieve your goals, you need to have a vision. You need to discipline yourself. That means you must do what you are supposed to do now. Number 2, you must learn to say no. Number 3, you must learn to walk away from any situation that doesn't align with your vision. That is in the yet learning to say no. But you got to walk away from situations. At this point, there are many situations, many opportunities that come my way. There are many people who request of my time, who request of my talent, who request of my resources. 99.9% of the time, I will say no. Not because I don't like them, not because I don't support them, but because that may distract me from what I want to do. Because I cannot spend or broaden my resources. My resources must be channeled to what I see myself doing, becoming, building in the next 10, 20, 30 years. You must learn to walk away. Now, that means that you must learn to be alone and not feel lonely. And this is one of the reasons why many people never become successful. Because they cannot be by themselves. They always want to be in the company of others. They always want others to sing their praises. No. Take the story of all of the successful people you know, all of the wealthy people you know. If there is any successful person you know, sit them down and ask them, how did you become what you are? And one of the things they will tell you is there were moments, maybe years in their life where they couldn't have any human social relationship. Because nothing great is built in the crowd. Greatness is built in quietness, in silence. Then it is brought out and sold to the crowd. So what are you willing? Are you willing to stay alone, be alone, and not feel lonely? Because some of you cannot stay alone. When was the last time you sat in your room alone, by yourself? You turn off the mobile phone, or you put it on flight mode, or it is not with you, and you are just by yourself, and you are working on that vision, writing that code, writing that script, writing that dream, working on that objective. How many times do you do that within a day? Discipline requires you to be separated. Maybe you're going to be called names. It's okay. That is what success is about. So you need a vision. It's not just about go to school, get a job, get an MBA, get a PhD. No, they are all good, but it doesn't work for everyone. It is not just about, hey, don't go to school, start a business. You know, the future is business. Be an entrepreneur, be your own boss. Hey, the new thing is forex trading. The new thing is crypto expert. The new thing is importation business. Go to China, go and import this. Go to Turkey, go and import this. It is not everybody that it will work for. The question is, what is going to work for you? That is where some people will say, okay, I got to try a lot of things. It's not about trying a lot of things, because how long are you going to give yourself the opportunity to try a lot of things? We don't have time. And that requires you being alone, sitting down, Spending time. And that leads me to the third strategy or the third trait of successful people, the God factor. Whether you like it or not, the heavens must favor you. Whether you like it or not, nature must work in your favor. Whether you like it or not, the universe must align with you. You can plan, you can strategize, but if the universe doesn't bless you, if the favor of God is not upon your life, if something does not move in the realms of the spirit on your behalf, you're not going to make it. And that is why I tell people this: life is spiritual. And so sometimes when I hear people, look at the billionaires, they don't go to church, they don't pray. So in your mind, you think because they don't go to church or they don't speak in tongues the way you speak in tongues, so they are ungodly. They are atheists. The last time I heard someone saying, look at Bill Gates, he doesn't look at Elon Musk. Elon Musk is an atheist. And I'm like, are you crazy or something like that? Have you listened to Elon Musk speak about God before? Yeah, he believes that there is something above there. Only that the label is different. Some people call him Allah. Some people call him Yahweh. Some people call him Jesus Christ. Some people call him all other things. But there is a spiritual realm that you must tap into if you want to become successful. And listen, I am not here to tell you go do some just something anywhere. But what I want you to do is this: identify, recognize that you can have a vision, you can work all you want, but the spirit must be aligned with your goals. That is what you must understand. That is why every successful person is a spiritual person. Take this. If there is anything you're going to forget, take this from me. Every successful person is a spiritual person. But they don't go to the church you attend. They don't speak in tongues. You have never seen them speaking in tongues because your own is drama. You do it for the camera. You do it for so that people will see that, hey, this person he prays where, hey, this person he prays fine, hey. You do it for the showmanship. But there is nothing out of your life. Why? Because you don't know how to connect to the source. Life is spiritual. God must grace you. The universe must align. There were a lot of businesses operating before COVID struck. Many of the businesses went down when COVID came. But many businesses also became successful because of the COVID. So there must be a favor on you. Something must work in your favor. And that is a spiritual aspect of life. I don't care who you are. Maybe you sit down there. You know, sometimes I sit down and I look at people and I'm like, and you see somebody who'll be like, I don't believe in God. And you look at the person sitting down saying they don't believe in God. And I'm like, who the heck are you? You don't believe in God. Okay, what have you achieved in your life? Because the people who are at the top, the people who are controlling the world, the people who are making the significant decisions in life recognize that there is a powerful hand that they must submit to. But you have nothing. You have not achieved anything. Your family name cannot be put into anything. You say you don't believe in God. You don't believe in any powerful hand. You don't believe there is spirit. Life is spiritual. That is why your life stinks. That's why you are not successful. That's why one time it looks like everything is going on. Another time everything is not going on. Because life is spiritual. So, what does it take to become successful? You need to have a vision. You need to discipline yourself. The God factor is key. Recognize that life is spiritual. Things don't just happen. People don't just become successful because they want to become successful. People become successful because they have the vision, they have the discipline, and the heavens favors them. And you must learn to align your vision with that of God. Because like Jesus Christ taught his disciples, in the book of Matthew chapter 6, verse 9 to 13, Jesus Christ taught his disciples to pray, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Whether you like it or not, heaven must favor you. How do you draw heaven's attention? That is a subject for another day that we will cover in another episode. But what you must understand is this: life is spiritual. And the last takeaway here of the traits of successful people is network. Every successful person you know became successful because of the people around them. They are network. So my question to you is this: who are your friends? What kind of conversations do you have? If the people around you, the only conversations you have is, when is the next concert? Hey, look at this footballer. Hey, look at this musician. Look at this. Hey, this is a new bag. This is a new purse. That is the conversation you are having as friends? I'm sorry, but you are all losers. Who are the people in your network? Who? Check the wealthy people. Check the successful people. Birds of a feather flock together. So check your network. You want to become financially independent, but there is no financial expert in your network. You want to become financially independent, but none of your friends will tell you about how you can save money, keep money, multiply money, invest. You want to be financially independent, but anytime you take your monthly salary, the only thing you people know how to do is, hey, let's take a retreat. Let's go for a retreat. Hey, let's book a trip. Let's go and have fun. Let's go and chill. How do you how would you become financially independent in the next 10, 20, 30 years time if these are the friends you have? Check the wealthy people. They don't surround themselves with losers. Check the wealthy people. They don't surround themselves with broke people. That is why it is only in the movie that you will see a prince going to marry, or a successful person going to marry a broke girl somewhere. No. Wealth marries wealth. Legacy marries legacy. Yeah, check it. Check it. I know you will come and defend it with some useless argument, once in a billion argument, but check it. Sikako sikamu. Money goes into money. Wealth goes into wealth. No wealthy family will allow their children to marry anybody from any unsuccessful broke family. It will never happen. Why? Because birds of a feather flock together. So my question to you is this: who are the people in your network? Check it. If you cannot find high performance all around you, then you're not going to become successful. You cannot become successful. So I want to impress on you today. If you want to take your life to the next level, we are working 10 years, 20, 30 years from now. We are not talking about 2026. We are not talking about 2027. We are talking about 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. Who do you want to become? Who must you become? What must you do to get there? The discipline. The God factor. Life is spiritual. You must recognize that. You must tap into the spirit. You must make sure you are connected to God. Then your network, the people around you, very important. It is better to have only 2 people who really align with where you are going in the next 10, 20, 30 years time than to have 10 morons around you who are useless, who are aimless, and all they do is to spend your time, waste everything that you have. Life is not for the weaklings. Life is not for the soft-hearted people. Life is not for people who want to please everybody. If you want to become successful, you need a vision. You must discipline yourself. You must recognize that life is spiritual, and you must have the right people in your network. If you can do that, I can guarantee you, in the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now, you will thank your stars that you made the right decisions and you have achieved the goals that you want to achieve. So if you find this video valuable and you have learned something, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel and follow our pages online everywhere. But most importantly, if you want to get access to our full courses to study directly under my mentorship for the examination, then you can head on to our website, nhyirapremium.com, to enroll in our courses, or you can send us a message on WhatsApp or call 050-114-9296 so that you can complete your enrollment and start studying under my mentorship to join our community so I can hold your hand, provide you with the blueprint that you need so you can go to the exam hall, write the exam with confidence, and most importantly, pass the examination. Thank you, and you can check the page for more videos, and I'll catch you on the next one.